Like we talked about in our first teacher expectations video, which if you haven't watched that, I would encourage you to go back and do so. If you are a core content teacher, each week in Google Classroom, you'll be posting a district created assignment. That assignment will have priority and supplemental lessons. Priority is what we expect every student to complete, and then supplemental lessons students are encouraged to complete. If you, as the classroom teacher, would like to create an additional assignment, you can have students replace a supplemental lesson with your own assignment. But this video will look at where do you find those district lessons and how do you correctly post them to your classroom. So right now I'm in my Google Classroom. If you'll notice up at the top, I've gone under Classwork. I'm going to click on Create and I'm going to click on Assignment. I'm going to give this assignment a title, and I would recommend just labeling it by week. So I'm just going to call this one week of March 30th. I'll give some instructions here. So now it's time to go and find the district template and assign it for this week. So I'll select Add and select Google Drive. And right here, every teacher in Crowley has been given access to a shared drive. That shared drive is called Distance Learning Templates, and it may show up in a different spot on your screen, but just look for Distance Learning Templates. I'm going to double click to open that. Now let's say that this is a second grade classroom. I'm going to open the second grade folder. I'm going to find the week of March 30th, or whatever week I'm assigning. And you'll see in here a document called Second Grade Week of March 30th. This has assignments for every core content area and also enrichment activities. So each student only needs one copy of this. So I'm going to highlight that and select Add. And so you'll see now this has been added to the assignment. Now this is the most important part, what I'm about to show you. You have three options when you're assigning a document from Google Drive. One, students can view file. If it's set to this, students can only see the document, they can't do anything with it. That is not what we want. Two is students can edit file. What this means is there's one Google Doc and all of your students will work into the same document. That can be useful for certain assignments, but that is not what we want for these district templates. So that's not the one that we're using. We're going to use the third option that says make a copy for each student. When you select make a copy for each student, Google Drive automatically copies the document that you've assigned and each student gets their own copy to work in. In just a minute, we'll look at the student side and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm going to select make a copy for each student. And then over here on the right hand side, you can select to assign this to more than one class, assign it to all students or only a small group of students, the number of points. You can assign a due date, which in this case for the week of March 30th, that due date would be April 3rd. And if you've created topics, then you can assign that under a topic, but that's not necessary at this time. Once you're ready to assign, if you click the drop down, you can either assign it immediately, schedule it to be assigned at a later date, or save a draft to come back and work on later. I'm just going to choose to assign this now. So now under classwork, I've assigned this assignment. It tells me how many students have turned it in and how many students I've assigned this to. In the next video, we'll see what this looks like from the student side.